सबैलाई जय नेपाल।
This government has failed.
Nepal, we are bounded by chains of unemployment, fleeing abroad in search of opportunities. We are trapped by the selfish games of political parties. Corruption has woven a web that is extinguishing the light of our futures.
It all began with silence, not the peaceful kind, but the suffocating silence of empty, timeless, frozen feet and unreachable friends. On the 4th of October, the government banned 26 social media apps from their people, ranging from WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, and so many others. And overnight, millions of young Nepalese found themselves cut off from the social media space where they lived, worked, and dreamed. The government said the ban was necessary. Officials demanded that global tech companies appointed local contract, grievance handlers, and people responsible for self-regulation or face shut down. But the youth of Nepal, especially those who rely on this platform to stay in touch with their families and their loved ones abroad, those that were using it for their businesses, those that their daily living depended on it, for them, the decision was not just a regulation, it was a death sentence. Note that 7.5% of Nepal's population live and stay abroad as immigrants, working as laborers. For families, social media isn't a luxury. It's the only thread that connects a mother in Kathmandu to her son in Qatar, a daughter in Pokhara to her father in Dubai. So when the platform became dark, anger rose and youth came out to the streets to protest. At first, the protest was peaceful. Young people, mostly teenagers, poured into Kathmandu and other cities carrying placards, chanting against corruption and demanding the restoration of their digital rights. They called it Gen Z protest, a movement born online now forced into the street. People were already upset. There was rage, unrest, and anger which was quietly growing. Corruption scandals, unresolved cases involving public officials, and a lack of accountability has eroded the trust in the government. The government actually wanted their voice gone. They wanted to monitor every of their presence. Somebody said the protest isn't just about social media ban. It's about decade of frustration among the youth. The government is corrupt and is trying to control the media in the name of democracy. The leaders have no vision for the country. They are uneducated, old, and appear to want a dictatorship. While the world moves forward, even services like PayPal and Stripe don't work in the country. Crypto is banned. The country survives on hard work and remittance of young people abroad, while the leaders and their children enjoy luxury. Another person said, from the outside, it may look beautiful, but inside is dying. Another person said, in Nepal, people were exposing corruption using social media. And so the ban of social media was the spark that actually lit up the fire. The crowd grew larger, the chants louder, until thousands surrounded the parliament building in Kathmandu. What happened next was chaos. According to reports, protesters broke through barricades and pushed their way towards the building. Police caught off guard, retreated at first, but soon the response hardened. Tear gas shells filled the air. Rubber bullets rained down. Batons, beatings swung. Protesters threw back tree branches and water bottles. And then the sound that changed everything. Gunfire. Live ammunitions fired into the crowd. And at the end of the bloody Monday, at least 19 people were recorded dead. Over 200 people injured and many rushed to the hospital. There were complaints of so many people, even right now at the hospital, being attacked by security forces just to calm things down. Mostly young students and teenagers, young adults who had only wanted to be heard. The world was in shock. The United Nations called for a swift and transparent investigation into the killings. Amnesty International condemned the use of live rounds on unarmed civilians, demanding justice. But inside Nepal, the government stands hardened further. Prime Minister KP Sharma Oil refused to lift the ban on the 26 app. Despite the death, despite the outrage, despite the rivers of grief running through Kathmandu, the administration insists that the ban would continue. Officials said the policy was needed to fight online fraud, money laundering, and misinformation. They pointed to earlier ban like Telegram in July and to TikTok the year before as proof of their resolve. And according to what I was able to get, in the first half of 2025, over 1.8 million videos were brought down by TikTok from the Nepals at a rate of 99.6% and 97.8% were removed within 24 hours, meaning that they were just removing these people's content online easily. Free speech, they don't want people to express their opinion, they don't want people to talk about the government, so they remove your content. 99.6% and 97.8%. I just hope this data is true, because if it is true, then the people don't have a say in the government. They don't have a say. But to the grieving families and to the thousands still marching on the streets, those justifications rang hollow. In Kathmandu, the district administration office declared a curfew. Road near the parliament, the government secretariat, the president's residence, prime minister office were sealed off. Armed security patrolled the streets, yet the protest did not stop. Smaller groups continued to gather even as police water cannon swept the square clean and rubber bullets scattered into the crowds. Because this wasn't just about social media anymore. It was about dignity, it was about corruption, it was about the voice that is being left unheard, voice silenced and ignored. The young demonstrators had a simple message: listen to us, but the government hardened their voice. Families are left mourning. Parents who sent their children out were coming back in coffins. Hospitals overflowed with injured bodies, owned not by war, but by their own security state forces. But still, the government holds firm. The ban remains. The Prime Minister Holi has not backed down. And the people of Nepal, especially the Gen Z youths, are not backing down too. After the death of 19 people, the Minister of Communication now made it known that they have actually removed the ban from all of these social media apps. And to be very honest, this is what one voice means. But they didn't just stop there. The second day, which is today, I don't know when you'll be seeing this video, which is today, is even more brutal. Because the number of people that came out at today's protest was really, really crazier than yesterday. They started with the destruction of so many things. They started burgling things, destroying. So they destroyed the parliament building. They destroyed so many offices, destroyed so many equipment today. And the police could not stop them because they were coming in mass. Even if they had said they should shoot, how many people do they want to shoot? They started since morning. Until I was making this video, they were still on it. They were destroying buildings. Anything that involves the government in it, they destroy it. And right now, it's just crazy. It's crazy the level that they have taken this to. Because I know that they will pay the price. But do you actually think that the president or their leader now will step down? Do you think Holy will step down with all of this vandalizing and will just take it easy with them? Because we can actually know that 19 people dying from a protest, and I'm sure there's going to be a record of deaths today. There is no doubt about that. There is no doubt about that. But the fact still remains that if they have actually removed the social media ban, what exactly are they asking for from the government? Because that should be their tabling matter. Is it that they want their president or whoever their leader is to go? Because I really don't know what they are fighting for. At this point, I don't know what they are fighting for. Is it that they actually want their leader to go, or they actually want change, or they actually want to see changes in government, or they actually want this government to just go? What exactly are they fighting for? Because they are destroying a lot of things. And whether they like it or not, they will suffer for it. Because I'm looking at the number of things that you guys are destroying and it's getting out of hand. And the police are now having to kill people to disperse the crowd. And I'm still seeing crowd. Crowd is everywhere. Crowd is everywhere. So I actually want to hear from Nepal people. We know you guys have suffered. We know you guys have held it in for so long. We know you guys have actually gone through pain, just like every other country is going through pain. It's just as you guys were so deep in this thing that even if people die, you will not give up. I like your resilient spirit, but I actually want to know, what exactly do you guys want? Because when you don't spill out all of these things, this will continue. I feel like it only makes sense that you guys talk about what you want, right? And when you talk about it, they can now see if they can actually do this within the specified number of days, specified number of months, and if there is no result, everybody troops back to the streets. But I want to hear from you guys, what exactly are you guys clamoring for? Is it for the removal of the president? Is it that you end corruption? Let me know. Let me know what you think. See you in the next.